Is this as good as we're gonna get for a 4M? It's no wonder they're not popular. What's up, boys? We're back with another one. This truck was sent to me. This truck was sent to me by my #1 super fan on Instagram, Jimmy. If you'd like to follow him, show him some love. Bear_mountain_crawlers. Actually, before I open this, let me give you a little more information on this guy so you know the type of person we're dealing with. This past weekend, he went to the RC Farm Fest thing, and Cape Crawlers was there. He purchased a truck from Cape Crawlers, and then he sent me this video.
This is I guarantee it's not what you were expecting. For $10, I mean, the only thing better than that is free is for me, you know what I mean? But his hand, Trey, his hand was there.
Jim, I'm sorry I had to show that, but the people needed to know. This is another special one. This is an award-winning truck. I don't know how many people were actually in the competition. He might have been the only one, but either way, it still won. And also, this is my first time with the TRX4M. Let's see what we got. Dude, these are awesome. Look at what he sent me. I don't have any of these. James, thank you so much. These are awesome. I love this. If you guys just want to send me gifts instead of your truck, I'll take them. Thank you, Jim. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. What do we got here? Charger. Actually, I'm running low on these charging blocks. I'll probably just keep that, so thank you for that too. What's happening? Not sure why he sent this along. He sent me an extra body and told me don't scratch it. So I guess I'm just gonna set this to the side and not even use it. I do like the fade paint job. Looks good. And I have nothing else to say about this. I'm not going to go super in depth with the build breakdown. I'm not familiar with 4Ms and I don't know completely what I'm looking at. He does have a video on his Instagram where he goes over everything in great detail. He sent me a little audio clip on how to remove the body. Before I mess with this too much, let me listen to that to make sure I know what's going on here.
So, obviously I told you no rules and you're going to do what you want. When I took the wheel off, I forgot to put Loctite on the wheel nut. It should be fine because there's still Loctite, like old Loctite there, but it might come off, it might not. And the body, don't try to pull the body up off of the, off the magnets. You have to actually stick your fingers behind the Lexan and pull the magnets away from each other and just pull the body off. If you try to pull the body off, just sliding it up, it's going to rip the magnets off. Just watch my video. You'll see how I take the body off.
No, I'm not going to watch your video. We'll figure it out. First impressions. This is heavier than I was expecting. Looks like we got Endura tires with flubber stuffers. Looks like the stock axle housings. The front has Endura brass knuckles, Endura brass diff cover. The links looks like they're RC Steve links. Endura shocks, no springs. This is a DBRC chassis and cage combination thing. They go together. Muse Racing servo, Furatech Micro Komodo, Furatech ESC. So this should give us the nice slow crawl that we like. I've never tried these tires before. I'll be curious to see how they do on my Pennsylvania rocks. Cage seems very sturdy. I like the little charms here he has hanging off the back. That's cool. Looks like we're good to go, boys. Also, for anyone unfamiliar with 4Ms, this is a Gladiator wheelbase, SCX24. Pretty much the same. Cool, I'm excited for this. My first time using a TRX4M, and it's a competition winner. To look at it?
Yeah, I like the bumper stickers. Mazers.
That's Maz Designs.
I wonder if they...
Now come on, what do you think about the body?
I like the body. It's cool. What's a winch? Is that like a winch?
Come on, what do you think about the body? 1 out of 10. Appearance. Appearance only 1 out of 10.
I give it a 9.
Boys, we picked another hot one. Jim, I'm sorry about the sweat on your truck and the remote. I would wipe it off and clean it for you, but you seem like the type of guy that would want to try and scrape it off and bottle it up. So because of that, I'm just going to leave it. Alright, I'll see you guys at the top. We made it. I think from now on, anyone that sends me like a comp style super capable truck is going to be brought to this rock. There's a couple different real tough lines on here that I've only been able to do with several trucks. So the first one you've seen in the blue buggy video if you watched it. Let me adjust this, there we go. It's just straight up onto this ledge and then another little ledge there. But it's a real awkward angle. Nice slow crawl, I like that. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to get that one. The next line is right through here, and it turns into like a steep sideways thing. It's hard to make this one look tough on film. Nice. Uh-oh. Okay, that was impressive. Good job, Jim. Okay, I was unable to do it. Let's just hit some more tame lines. I wasn't really sure what to expect out of this truck, so I just immediately went to the hard stuff. Final thoughts. Jim, I'd like to apologize. One of your gemstones has gone missing. I'm sorry. Actually, before I start with that, once again, it's important to note that I've never used a 4M before, so I have nothing to compare this to other than my SCX24s. With that being said, this feels very heavy. This might be a normal weight for this type of truck, but to me it feels heavy. And I'm really not sure what all the weight's coming from. It looks like the axles are stock plastic housings, stock plastic skid plate. He has some brass on the front, knuckles in the diff cover. The links are aluminum. The tires, I think, are a bit too small for my liking, or maybe I should say a bit too small for something this long. But this is a competition built truck, so there might be rules. I have no idea how competitions work, but I know there's rules and stuff, so he might have to run tires this size. The truck sits very low. It was scraping on a lot. I think the bigger tires would help with that. Another thing, James. This was my biggest issue. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Let me know in the comments. This is my third truck where the drive shaft hangs below the links. Now I might be wrong. I don't know much about suspension setups. Actually, I don't know anything about suspension setups. But I've always assumed that you want the links to be the lowest point, and that's what you want the rocks to go on, like slide on, is the links. I'm confused as to why this bend in the link is here. Like, it's a double bend link, but it just exposes the drive shaft. And this was extremely noticeable because I would get up to climbing a rock and then the drive shaft is just stuck on it. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or not. Let me know in the comments about the old drive shaft versus link placement. This is the third one to be sent to me that has the drive shaft as the lowest point. Like when I'm trying to get up a rock, it just catches on the... You get what I'm saying. Overall, I think with this being a competition winning truck, I may have set my expectations a bit high. This seemed like it performed as one of my average SCX24s would. Jim, I'm sorry to say that. I know you don't want to hear it. On a scale of 1 to 10, appearance. 7. The chassis cage combination thing is cool. I like how you can see the cage through the windows. That's cool. The body's a bit chopped up, but it's meant to be like a competition style truck, not a scale realism build. The fade paint job's cool. I like the little trinkets on the back. I like your stickers. 7 out of 10 appearance. Performance on a scale of 1 to 10. Now once again, this is comparing it to an SCX24. Oh no. Jim, we've lost another gem. You're now down to 3. I'm sorry. I feel awful. Now I lost my train of thought. The suspension feels good, the way it flexes and moves. The motor feels great. I'd say the motor was probably my favorite part. Just has a good slow crawl. It has a good transition into a quicker speed. The servo is very powerful and it works well. Much like everyone else's that I've looked at, I think you could benefit from some front limiting oh my gosh. I think you could benefit from some front limiting straps. Some simple rubber bands around the shocks. I think it would help with where the front wants to tip over. Performance on a scale of 1 to 10. James, I think it just was average. There was a lot of lines that it was unable to do. There were some cool lines that it was able to do. I'm glad I got to finally try a 4M. Now I know that I will never own one. Thank you, Jim, for making me aware of that. Let me get a good thumbnail here. Jim, James, Jimmy, once again, thank you for sending this and all my goodies. I really appreciate it. Thank you for also being my #1 Instagram fan, even though you can get kind of annoying sometimes. You are always very respectful when I tell you to leave me alone, so I appreciate that. Thank you for messaging me every 20 minutes throughout the day, every day. Thank you guys for watching. Peace!